Hi, I'm Carina White and I'm Head of Business Affairs and Brand Partnerships for a sports management company. So, funnily enough, I didn't actually think I wanted to work in sports. I'd never considered working in sports. I always wanted to work in entertainment as a presenter or marketing. So, I randomly met my very first boss in sports on a night out and we became really, really good friends. And he asked me once he qualified as a football agent if I would come and work for him. And, I jumped at the chance because I wasn't working at the time. So jumped at the chance. And here we are 11, 12 years later, and I'm still working within sports. So I think the thing I love best about my job is seeing a campaign come to life. I connect brands and clients to work with each other. So when you know how much hard work has gone in behind closed doors, and when you know you've been on shoots and they've lasted 12, 13 hours, and you've just seen all the hard work that goes into making a campaign come alive. When it comes alive and you actually see it on out of home boards or digitally or in a newspaper or a magazine, it's like, yes, I was part of that team that made that come alive. And I think that is one of the best parts of my job, definitely. So a highlight in my career definitely is earlier this year in January, 1st of January, I was listed on the Voice newspaper's One to Watch for 2020. Now, the Voice newspaper is a Black newspaper and it's been running for years and years and years. And as a Black woman, it means the absolute world to me to be recognized by the community that I grew up in, the community who looks like me. That was probably one of my career highlights, and I'm eternally grateful for their support and their ongoing support since I started working in sports. So I don't necessarily have a mentor, but I do have friends who work in industries similar to sports that are traditionally white male-led industries. So when there's an issue or something that I want to get their advice on, I definitely go to them, and they are able to relate to things that might be happening to me or circumstances that might be occurring, that I can get some really sound advice and guidance and support from them. So I definitely would say my friends are my greatest mentors. So I don't actually see myself as successful just yet. I've always said that for me, success is working in an industry and being in a position of power to be able to open doors for the next generation coming through. I don't think that I can do that just yet. I don't think I'm in a position of power to do that. So until I am, and I can open doors and, drop down the ladder for the generation behind me coming in of, the next young Black woman or the next young Black man that looks like me to come into the industry with no problems whatsoever and not have to deal with microaggressions or covert racism, then that, once that can happen, that is success for me. And until that happens, I don't think I see myself as being successful. I'm a very outspoken person. I say it how it is. And I feel that working with F1, working with BAME 2020, I'm in a position where I will be able to just tell employers and organisations, you're not diverse, you're not inclusive. What can we do to change that? What can we do to work together to make sure that the talent that you have working for you is diverse and inclusive?